Greetings, beautiful beings. Welcome back to my corner of the earth. My name is Shalicia Earth, also known as Mama Earth. Thank you for joining me. I hope that everyone is enjoying their summer. If it is warm where you are currently located, I hope that you're having a pleasant summer. I am sending everyone so much love, so much peace. As we know, we are human beings having a human experience, and sometimes life isn't as enjoyable. So I want to send everyone love and just sincerely thank you for just being here and tuning in with me. So let's vibe out. I am officially 2 months locked. Yay me, I made it to my second month of being locked, micro locked, tiny locks, and my anniversary was actually on July 11th. My second month lock anniversary was on July 11th, and since my last update, I really haven't experienced too many changes outside of some of the things that I think I have been experiencing since having my install, which I got my hair installed on May 16th. And my first retie was done at the 6-week mark, and that was on June 27th. My second retie is also going to happen at the 6-week mark. I'm currently on a 6-week retie schedule. At the 6-week mark, my hair is at a 4-week retie. I guess like it has 4 weeks worth of growth. Everyone's hair grows at different paces, and at 6 weeks my hair is around like the 4-week mark, and so 6 weeks currently works for me. And my loctician actually said if I wanted to, I could actually push it back to 7 weeks, but I was like, I think 6 weeks is okay for now, especially because I'm still in the baby phase of my locks. So some of the things that I'm experiencing 2 months in is still unraveling in certain areas, and whenever my hair unravels, I literally just kind of twist them back. I just kind of feel throughout, and if anything is unraveled, I will literally just twist them back. So unraveling is something that I'm still experiencing, as well as frizz, which is quite natural to the locking process, especially in the infancy stages or the baby lock phase, as your hair begins to mature and just kind of go through that change of being locked. Frizz is something that is just a part of the experience. And so I think during this time, I'm just kind of accepting what's happening. I think in my first month, I was a little like, trying to fix the things, whether it was like unraveling or like frizz, just trying to really manage it. I'm still using the same products, the Design Essentials Mousse, along with my Emploi Beauty products, which is the rose water. There's sea salt locking spray, and their leave-in cocoa almond conditioner. I have decreased the amount of times I use the products, the amount of times I also am wetting my hair as well to try to control some of the unraveling. So wearing a shower cap when I take a shower, and again, just not really utilizing products every day and just kind of letting my hair do its thing. It is currently really warm in NYC, and so I appreciate the sun because I think that it really just helps to kind of loosen up my hair a little bit, especially on those days that I don't want to wet it. I have been using the sea salt tightening locking spray a little more in comparison to my first month of being locked. I really didn't use it. I would more so use like the leave-in conditioner. Because my hair is color treated, I want to ensure that my hair isn't getting too dry to avoid it from breaking or anything of that nature. And so I was really using that. I feel like more now I'm using more of the sea salt tightening spray, specifically like in the mornings. I'll just spray my hair, give it a good mist, and I just kind of go. Now, what I am doing different in terms of styling is I was previously wearing it like this to the side with like a deep side part, and after about, I think, 2 weeks after having my first retie done, I went to see Beyonce on Wednesday of last week, and that was my first time actually kind of changing where my part was. I literally just allowed my hair to get wet in the shower so that I can have a little more, retain more of its length. And so I needed the water to help add some weight to my hair. And when I did that, I just kind of let it lay for a bit and dry. I didn't like drench my hair, but I did get it significantly wet enough so that it had some weight to it. Once it dried out a little bit, I then utilized the mousse, and I'm going to add some pictures. Okay, so this is how my hair looked. Once it was dried, it was obviously still shrunken, but I really enjoyed it. It was different from wearing my hair with a deep side part and just really introduced me to something new. So I loved it. I think that pictures, at least at this point in my journey, is the best route to take so that you have more of like a visual, and so that I have more of a visual as I continue throughout my journey. And so since that time, I've just literally been wearing it this way. Now today I didn't really wet it, I just sprayed it with the sea salt tightening spray, and so it is more shrunken obviously, but I'm just letting it kind of just do its thing. Outside of, I think, when I want it to retain more of its length, I will then kind of allow it to get a little more wet just by using water, literally. And so that's what I did for the Renaissance tour, and I really loved it. And so since then, I haven't really been wearing the side part. I just literally been taking my do-rag off and going out and about my day, honestly. And so, yeah, I think that is really it for my second month, my second month Loc'diversary, if you will. Not too many changes. I am going to give you all a 360 of my hair. I have some growth because my new growth is growing in, and the benefit of having the color is just kind of being able to see the growth happening in real time, if you will. But yeah, that's literally it. So let me get into a 360, and I hope this big old chair doesn't block the view. I don't think it will. But this is how my hair is looking right now. Yeah, not too many changes. I did recount my locks, which I'll share some footage of that. I decided to, as I mentioned, kind of just recount my locks today. And so I placed them into sections. As you all know, my scar, which I will probably tell us the story of how I even got this scar. From a lot of hairstylists, I learned that I am not the only one who has some kind of scarring, specifically in the crown of their head. And so if you are interested in knowing how I got this scar, if you have a similar scar and you want to maybe share your story, please feel free to do so. Again, if you're interested in knowing how this scar has landed in the middle of my head, I don't mind sharing. I don't mind sharing it, and possibly it can be a learning experience for others. However, this is the last section of my hair that I have left to count. And so I figured I would get on camera. When I did my first lock count, I counted 210 locks. And I wasn't really sure, like I wasn't really confident in my count. I'm like, I wonder if I did that right. I probably did, but we'll find out together. And so this last section, I'm gonna go ahead and start counting. You know what? Maybe I should just do it this way. This is the middle of my head, but because my locks are this way, it's kind of awkward starting on that side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Alrighty, so 31 locks, half of my head. I'm gonna write that down. I literally have just been calculating on this piece of mail that I have here, and so 31. Let's see. Alrighty, so I counted 80 locks in this front section of my head. There are 80 locks. I'm gonna turn around and I hope that you can see. Let me not turn the chair. In the back of my head, which, oh boy, I can't tell where the back is, but in this back section, I think right here, yeah, I have 31 locks. On the right side of my head, which is in this area, I have 51. And on this left side, I counted 46 locks. And so I'm gonna go ahead and calculate that. Alrighty, so I have 208 locks, not 210, but 208. And that number is going to increase specifically because of the nape of my neck. My hair is very short here. When I was a loose natural, I had the same color on my hair. And so whenever I would wear my hair in an afro, once the hair
on my nape here began to grow in, the new growth was more apparent, and I didn't really enjoy the contrast. And maybe I'll include an image so that you can see it, but I really didn't love that contrast when my hair was in a fro, because you would have like the loose hair coming out here, and then you would have like this hair growing in. This was like colored, and then this was like black, and I just didn't like it. And so prior to getting my hair installed, I actually went to the barbershop and had them shave all of the hair that had grown in. I had them shave it. And then I was like, okay, I need to find a loctician, which I'm so thankful that I didn't go any further than just shaving this nape area, because I can be very impulsive when it comes to my hair, and it could have gone left. I could have just shaved this thing all the way off, but I'm happy that I did it. And so I'm excited to see how many locks it has grown since the first time I think I showed it on camera in my very first video. The hair in this area has definitely grown. I kind of just like sectioned it, parted it, and put it in these little finger coils, if you will. And so as it grows in, I'll have locks placed in this area, and I'm thinking that maybe around, I'm gonna say like maybe 6 locks can be placed here. Obviously my loctician will have the final say and let me know what's healthiest for this area. And so obviously then my lock count will increase, and it won't increase that much. Like I said, I think maybe 5 or 6 locks. And so around maybe like 214, or maybe like 212 locks will be like my lock count at that point. But yeah, I recounted my locks. I have 208 locks. I think that I feel a little more confident in that count, which means that my first count wasn't really completely off, because I initially counted 210. I could have counted wrong this time too, who knows, but I'm in the early 200s, so definitely no more than 210 locks currently on my head. But like I said, counted the second time around and I counted 208. And so yep, that's how many locks I have. But yes, this is it for my second month lock update. I am excited for my second retie. I actually realized that I love when my hair is retied. I just kind of appreciate it. Although I feel like in this last retie, I learned that I don't know that they really, like, my hair really holds for a long period of time. Like, I feel like my retie lasted for all of 2 weeks before my hair just really reverted back to its, you know, its shrunken state. But I appreciate it as well. But I really appreciate my reties. So now I'm like, okay, whenever I get a retie, I have to like maybe take more pictures when it's more like fresh and my length shows a little bit more. Okay, so this is how my hair looks after my first retie at 6 weeks. Getting my dose of vitamin D for the day, very essential. Don't forget your sunscreen. These particular photos were taken on July 4th, and that was a week after my first retie. But for now, this is what it is. This is where we are at, 2 months locked, and I'm still enjoying the journey. I'm just really appreciative of the freedom of really not, I'm not going to say not having to
worry about my hair because I still manipulate it, obviously by like wetting it and utilizing mousse when, you know, I just want a, I guess when I want a look that provides me a little less shrinkage, if you will. And so, you know, there's still things to do to it, but in comparison to having loose natural hair, it's a whole different ball game. And so I really appreciate the freedom of not having to really do my hair and not having to really worry about it and just allowing it to be free. As I mentioned in my, I think it was my traditional lock video where I shared pictures of my traditional lock journey, I know that my hair specifically really thrives when it isn't manipulated, and so I'm really excited to see how it grows and how it matures, especially because this lock approach is so different from my traditional semi-freeform lock approach. But I'm on the journey and I'm happy and satisfied with the results thus far. I just kind of get up, wet it, and I go. If you have any questions, please feel free to talk to me in the comments, any thoughts. If you are embarking or considering embarking on a lock journey and you're starting with short hair like mine, I hope that this gives you some hope and just some confidence to, you know, embrace your hair, embrace the journey, and just really enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Again, sending everyone so much love. Please feel free to like and subscribe so that other people who also have a similar hair texture, who are interested in locking their hair, who have short hair and feel a little apprehensive about starting with short hair, that they also can find my videos a little easier and have a resource to utilize.